Jesus. Hey folks, what's going on? Coach Gav Live, episode 26 with me, your host, Jesus. Sorry, not your host, Jesus. I'm going to have to make myself dizzy there in the chair. That's what you get when you mess, kids. So, me, your host, Coach Gav, coming to you live from Kildare Centre Fitness. So, learned a pretty cool tip from technology earlier on today. I was uploading some of the previous episodes of Coach Gav Live onto YouTube, and as I typed in the word coach, I typed in like COA, the rest of the predictive text literally came up Coach Gav Live episode. And I was going, oh sweet. So my phone and the technology or the memory in my phone has picked up that when I type in the word coach, most likely the next set of words to come after it are Coach Gav Live episode. Okay? And the same has been for like the Coach Gav podcast. So like they're the two variations that come up with it then as well. And it's because I've consistently repeated that pattern. Typed in the word coach, then the word Gav, then the word live, then the word episode. And then when I have consistently done that over and over, I've done it 26 times in the last 27, 28 days, my phone is like, okay, bingo, we got it. The first few times it didn't, and I don't really remember the first time I saw it happen, but I know I saw it today, and I saw it like since the start of this week. So let's say I did it after the 20th time, the phone started to go, wait a minute, when this guy types in the word coach, the next set is usually Gav Live, and that's the result that comes out of it. So in our life, from a health and fitness perspective, we can absolutely, benefit from consistently repeating, the right steps. And that's how we achieve anything. Improving your health, consistently repeating, eating the right foods in the right amounts, and exhibiting the right levels of discipline. That's how we go and improve our financial status, our financial outlook. I'm not too sure what the right word is. Where we would, consistently paying bills off, or saving money, or earning more money, or creating a bigger gap between what you got coming in and what's going out. It's a consistent repetition leads to the success. Expansion of yourself, improving you as a person in physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, sexually, whatever way you want. It's when you consistently repeat the daily steps that need to be taken to get you to that point. And that's probably, you see the picture of the Avengers over here over my shoulder. That's probably my superpower the last kind of 8 months in particular, is just consistently repeating consistently, daily steps in and out, marketing the gym, doing these videos, doing the podcast, studying books, studying new courses, improving our systems in here, improving the layout. Just always consistently, every day, making the most of it. Am I perfect every day at what I'm trying to do? No, absolutely. And that's where we go back to like our ABC priority, or our ABC listings from earlier in the Coach Gav series, where you have your A priority stuff every day, and then when you get all them done, start working on your B stuff, and when your B stuff is done, start working on your C stuff. And then as you've more time or more resources available, start ticking off more things on the list. So it's doing what you need to do, and it's working on things that need to be done. I had my priority stuff yesterday, woke up, bang, had priority stuff today. Once I get this done, then I move on and a few other bits then as well. So as time goes on, and as I've got different things, ticked off the list, you can start going and doing, you can start doing kind of like more of the fun-based stuff, kind of nights out, going shooting pool, going to the cinema, whatever. They are important to do. It's important to keep that mix, that level-headedness to your life. But you go and do them when you've got, let's say go to the cinema. I went to see Spider-Man there a few weeks ago when it came out. And I was fine with spending the 2.5 hours or the 3 hours it took to go to the cinema, to watch the film, to go home, all that kind of stuff. Because I had spent the rest of my time when I was meant to be working, I was working. And that's where a lot of us get caught out. When we're supposed to be doing something, we're not actually doing that thing. We're kind of doing it. We're kind of paying attention. We're kind of disciplined. If you're kind at anything, you're not that thing. It's like in the Game of Thrones. There's no spoilers here. There was a line with Jon Snow in it, and he was like, my father always said, anything said before the word "but" is useless. And that's, in the context of the scene, it was quite good. It's like, oh my God, they're a lovely person, but whatever comes after the "but" is usually the main point of focus. Okay, and it's not that the success we've had here really, the more I've looked at it, both the success for me as the coach and as the business owner, but also me as a person training here, and for our members and our clients that train here too as well. It's not that we've all of a sudden added crazy cool machines or crazy things. We've just consistently repeated the daily steps, the weekly steps, the daily and weekly actions that we know we need to take to get us where we are. It's not as if you've seen the gym. We've added 2 or 3 pieces of new kit in the 3 years we're open. So we're just using everything better. We're just using them more often. We're turning up more often. We're giving more effort. So we don't really need new things. You'll notice we have a new backdrop here for Coach Gav Live. I've literally just moved the desk. It's the same desk, it's the same chair, it's even the same room. So your previous view would have been that board there. But now we've got this view here. So the picture's still there. My Freya montage is over here. The kettle is still over there. That's our whiteboard corner. These are all American footballs are still here. Obviously, there's the gym out there. Okay. But you look around and the bookcase is now over there. The 2-seater is here. Everything is still the exact same. We haven't added anything new into this room, but yet it looks a lot different. It flows a lot different. It functions a lot different. So in your life, where can you start reorganizing or rejigging what you currently have resources-wise? And by this, I am more so meaning your time, your attention, your energy, your focus. Where can you exhibit? Where can you practice more self-discipline? Okay, stop doing this, start doing that, or stop doing these together and just focus on one at a time as you go along. Because guess what? Not only can men not multitask, women can't multitask either. No one can go and give something their all. Because let's say when I was recording Coach Gav Live, when I started doing it, I was like, oh my God, some of the stuff we're talking about is really, really good. This would be great content for the Coach Gav podcast. And I'm like, oh, well, what do? Do I record the podcast on my headset here and just do the video? But straight away you're thinking, well, which one is getting watered down? Is my video content not as good, or is the audio content not as good? So in the 124 episodes of the podcast, some of the topics may cross over, but the conversations are never the same. So there's literally 124 10-minute plus episodes on our podcast, which is on the Lemur app, Limor. You can get that through the Apple Store. It's free. It's a great little app. But if that's what happened, so my initial thought was, oh my God, it would be great to multi-platform it and then turn this into a blog or an article or an email, which I may eventually do. But in the moment now, this needs my entire attention. So where in your life can you start giving things your entire attention? Your time with your kids, your time with your loved ones, your time with yourself, your time preparing your food, your time eating your food, your time during your workouts. Are you laser focused in on what you're doing? Or are you just fluffing around? Now, don't get me wrong, having the crack, having a laugh, that's vitally important. But excessively long breaks, excessively fluffing around, dragging your ass from place to place to do what you need to do, is that what's catching you out? You don't necessarily need new things. I'll go one step further. Further. You probably, most definitely, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, don't need more new stuff. You don't need more new information. You don't need, more new systems. You maybe you either maybe need to slow down and focus, like what I've just done there. I found the thoughts in my head's coming out my mouth, they're overlapping each other. So you either, if you're not getting results, most of these topics are, if you're not getting results, ... So if you're not getting results, you probably need to try and focus more. You probably need, and when I say probably need, it's me very politely telling you, you absolutely fucking need to. Coming from someone who has not been getting results, but kind of doing the work, you can't kind of work on something and get good results, let alone great results, okay? And if you're willing to work to get good results, work a little bit fucking harder and get great results, okay? Stop fucking messing around. Stop wasting your time. Stop underutilizing your effort. You know, because eventually, like, you know, when kind of like, eventually you get sick of average results. Eventually you'll get sick of just turning up to the gym and half putting in an effort. You say, no, fuck this. If I'm making the effort to get to this place in particular, I'm going to give it my all. Yeah, I'll have a laugh and a crack in between rounds or in between sets. But when I go there, I'm going to face my fears. I'm going to go and do these things. I'm going to trust the coach and be like, okay, right, let's go fucking do it. If he says go a little heavier, I'll go a little heavier. You know, we'll kind of work through it then as well. With your nutrition then as well, you'll be like, oh, I'm sick of not really seeing the progress. Okay, well then just tighten things up. Be more dedicated. So, you know, you don't need new stuff. Again, you saw the new layout of the office here. It flows a lot better. It works a lot better. Security-wise for my wallet, it's a lot better as well. The desk is further away from the door. And even like this then as well, you know, you're kind of managing your time throughout the day then as well. Like, there's so many areas where we can expand and, you know, completely fucking just tear off all these new levels of results if we just used what we know. If we did what we know and if we used the resources available to us in the most efficient manner possible. Like, it's all well and good having something, but if you're not using it, what's the fucking point? Like watch this. Let's go for a little walk. So when we set up the gym, I keep saying we. I know anyone watching is gonna. There's a few of the people who've pointed out that I keep saying we. It's just me, but I say we because it's a community, right? So look at this thing over here. There's a lovely logo down here on the floor. Can we see it? This right here is a landmine row, okay? We've had 2 of them since literally the initial order we put into the gym. For the gym back in August of 2014. So we're literally approaching our 3-year anniversary. That only got put in the floor to be used, best case scenario, 2 months ago. Shit, maybe even a little sooner than that. But since we've been put it in the floor, we've been using it. And now that we've been using it, we've been seeing more progress strength-wise, conditioning-wise, shape-wise. We've got more options available to us. So having something and using something are 2 very different things. You probably know veggies, fresh foods, not overindulging too often are all really good things to do to live a healthy life, have a healthy body, look fairly alright. But if you're not doing it, it doesn't matter at all. And the longer you know things like that and you don't do them when you know you should do them, your health starts to fall back. You get sicker, you're not as well conditioned. You start noticing you get a little bit loose around the edges, got a bit of an overhang, bit of a muffin top, you got a bit of, you know. And then you start making really bad, shitty, panic-based decisions. You're like, oh, Christ, I'm going to drink this shake, or I'm going to drink this bloody fucking sham of a tea. I've seen some fitness model advertised on Instagram. Well, if the fitness model's drinking this and she looks really nice, then if I drink this, I'll look really nice. No, you won't. It's an absolute sham. It's just, Jesus, there is parts of the fitness industry I absolutely hate. But there's 2 ways of having the biggest building in town. Tear everyone else down or build yourself up. And that's actually, you know, I hate some parts of fitness so much, I'm willing to advertise other gyms here. You may have seen a post on Instagram a few weeks back where I had the crests, or the crest, the logos of the majority of the gyms in the area. Because I realised that my goal as a coach is to have an impact on people's lives, as many lives as possible. So you may watch all these videos, but you may train somewhere else because what we do here isn't your style, or the pricing here isn't in your range, or for whatever reason you choose. Maybe you just dislike me, but you like the lessons that we teach. But like, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, we're quite lucky in Kildare to have a reasonably decent amount of facilities with some reasonably decent coaches, some excellent coaches, some great coaches. You know, there's a variety across it. So, like, I mean, you know, it's putting my money where my mouth is, because unfortunately I would much rather people go and try every single facility around until they find the right one than going on Instagram, seeing some young one or young lad with next to no fucking clothes on, and just because they got 50, 60, 70, 90, 100 plus thousand followers, they think, oh, well, if that person's popular, maybe they're the right person for me. I hate... Actually, no, I don't hate. I'm glad to be the bearer of this news. What you see on Instagram probably most likely is just an edited, a filtered, you know, bullshit story to make you believe something. Okay? Am I trying to sell something? Yeah, of course I am. I'm in a business here. But I mean, like, just like, I know that that's their style here, and I'll try not go too far down this road here. Yes, I know the episode's gone for quite a bit, but like, I mean, you just have to be careful, folks. I know sex sells, I know all that kind of stuff, and I know, but like, if you get to that point of desperation where you're considering that, you know, I'll starve myself, I'll swap my meal out for a shake, never in any situation is swapping actual decent food for a processed drink ever going to be fucking the right option. It really, really isn't. And yes, I know, obviously, like, I mean, every single one of us that posts on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or whatever, like, this is a live video, so whatever comes out of my mouth comes out of my mouth. It's not, I've not edited this 17,000 times. I've not kind of reshot it or redone it. And this is as close to a vlog as I'll ever do. I'm not going to spend my time sitting down filming my day and then later that day or a different day spend time re-watching and re-editing clips. Like, fuck no. I'd rather give it to you kind of raw and honest, because then it gives you, because that's how life goes. So, and I'm not saying all of fitness is like that. I'm just saying the stuff that's on the surface, the stuff that we all, it's like when you open the door, the first thing you see is all of this superficial bullshit. If you came and trained with me here, or you followed me every minute of every day for a week, you'd see that the videos I post, the pictures we post, the things we talk about, there's a solid fucking consistency across the board here. And there's no, like, there is, like, the chance of anyone being able to go, aha, catch out, you lying bastard. Next to none. So just like, I love how I managed to get from, like, when we make bad decisions with food over time, we end up falling for bullshit products. But like, again, that's life. That's how these conversations roll. So hence with the random musings bit. Alright, folks, Coach Gav Live, episode 26 in the books. I'm going to knock it on the head. Yes, Biggest Loser starts in September. Season 2 starts in September. KildareStrengthAndFitness.com/The Biggest Loser is the link. €150 discount up until, what is it, Monday week, so the bank holiday day itself. And that's just because if people take action, they deserve to have a bit of reward. And also it comes with a double your money back guarantee as well, just on the off chance you come in, you give it your best shot and nothing in your life changes, which of course is complete shit, because you cannot turn up, make effort in your life, genuinely every day, no matter how you feel, no matter how you're progressing, if you turn up every single day, the results come. Hard work, consistency, repetition will never, ever, ever fail you. I put my reputation on it. See you later. Should have moved closer to the table, shouldn't I?